We have collected information that's been provided by over 25,000 patients who have inflammatory bowel disease. They've given us a sample from which we can extract DNA, and what we will now be doing is also accessing their medical records with their permission from the hospitals that look after them. We'll bring all of that data together and make it available for researchers who want to use that to learn more about their disease and ultimately develop new treatments.
At the moment there are over 500,000 people in the UK with inflammatory bowel disease. Everybody's experience is unique, and unfortunately there doesn't seem to be a one-size-fits-all treatment for patients with Crohn's or colitis. The Hub offers a real opportunity for future treatments, particularly for young people. Being able to get on the best, most individual treatment for them as quickly as possible will make a real difference to their disease progression and also the things that they want to do in their life.
So a big problem with inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease and colitis is the difficulty in predicting what's going to happen, what's going to be their disease course, which treatments are they going to respond to. If you can avoid trialling a whole bunch of different therapies, many of which are very expensive and which are perhaps not going to work, but it actually goes straight to the one which is most likely to be successful, then that's going to be a good outcome both for the patients and of course for our health economy.
Everybody in the UK experiences a respiratory illness at some point in their lives. 1 in 5 of the population also has a long-term respiratory condition, and at the moment our respiratory outcomes are substandard compared with many other high-income countries. So we need to do something that's dramatically different.
It's all about faster, more accurate access to data, to all of the patient's information that allows people to make really educated decisions. It's about being able to identify patients who may be more likely to respond to a particular treatment. It's about being able to predict who's at higher risk of having a more aggressive disease and potentially using some of the genetic predispositions that people have to disease to tailor treatments going forward.
We're very keen to work in close partnership with the other hubs that have been funded across the UK in other disease areas. We believe that if we can do that, what we will be able to do is not only transform respiratory health, but we'll also be able to provide some really important exemplars of the power of data to transform people's lives.
One of the fantastic things so far for this hub has been working collaboratively with patients to understand exactly what their needs are. In the long term, we hope that this hub will provide the NHS with additional information that they'll need that will directly help patients in their day-to-day lives.
Our hub is focused on eye disease and the new science of oculomics. That's using our ultra-high resolution scanning systems to bring new insights into some of the most serious diseases of our time, things like diabetes and dementia.
In 2016, Moorfields Eye Hospital initiated a collaboration with Google DeepMind, which allowed us to develop an algorithm that could diagnose many of the commonest causes of blindness. With this hub, we want to share what we've learned from that experience on a national level.
So based on big data, we're hoping that we'll be able to individualize for patients what treatment they need, when they need it, and that will be a true benefit in terms of vision outcomes and delivery of care.
One thing that really attracted me to join this fantastic group of partners is the collective vision that we can all work together, making the data set available to a wider group of participants. And that means a lot of trust. Trust not only amongst the partners themselves, but actually all the patient data and that of the general population that will be collected will be handled in a safe and secure manner.
The hub will have a very strong approach to data safety and security, and that will be founded on a number of principles. For the application of new technologies such as AI in healthcare to be successful, they have to put patients first. The transparency about the use of patient data has to be embedded at every stage of the process.
Clinical trials are the bedrock of medicine. It's clinical trials that provide us the information we need as doctors about which treatments are safe and which treatments are effective. This new hub will allow clinical trials that are richer, have better quality information, but are substantially less costly than the current trials.
Recruiting participants for clinical trials is difficult. It could sometimes take months to get the lists of patients from an individual hospital. It could be used widely for clinical trials in the UK and make the UK an even better place to do research.
The data we hold is in trust, and we must make sure we keep that trust, and that means using the right governance, making sure we have the right controls in place, and that overall the public are aware of what's happening, a policy of openness and transparency.
We will also be partnering with the patient community to make sure that the new systems that we develop actually really meet the needs of patients, both patients in clinical trials and patients who might use the results from clinical trials. This hub will deliver high quality results, better treatment for individual patients, better decisions about which treatments we should or should not use, and in due course, better health for the population at large.
Acute care is any unplanned healthcare contact. 110 million people per year seek acute care help, and the costs are huge, £17 billion per year. But despite this huge burden and cost, acute care has seen less healthcare innovation than any other area of healthcare. And we hope that by bringing together this data from different providers across the country, we can offer innovation that's never been seen before to really improve patients' lives.
As a mobile population, we want to be able to access and to provide that information to clinicians at any point in time. This hub is not just a regional opportunity, it's a national opportunity to start taking the pressures off with acute, but also firmly placing the information into the hands of patients precisely where they should be.
As a patient, I'm really excited about the creation of this new hub and the way that it will be able to transfer data quickly and efficiently, thus really speeding up processes and also helping patients in the future. It's really important that they have the patient involvement. We really want to make sure that the compliance is there, the security side of it.
Working with the NHS, working with the practitioners in cybersecurity, in information technology, it starts to build a platform where patients can start believing and trusting where that data is set. And I think that is a highly important facet of this hub.
So this is a national cancer hub across the 4 countries of the United Kingdom, and its purpose is to harness data so that we can improve access to trials, improve diagnosis and find the best treatments for cancer. We'll work in collaboration with patients, with charities, with the NHS, with scientists and with industry partners so that we can all work with one mission to beat cancer.
The hub will globally position the UK's unique health data ecosystem by combining de-identified clinical data with genomics data.
This programme is going to use data to really drive an ecosystem within the UK. That ecosystem is going to give us more knowledge in relation to disease, but also use that knowledge for better outcomes for patients, but also to help drive innovation.
Patients want their data to be used. In fact, they're surprised it's not used already. The work of the Hub and the new research it engenders will bring hope to the patients who are diagnosed every year from this awful disease. 1 in 2 people will get cancer in their lifetimes, and this Hub offers the hope and opportunity of saving 30,000 lives a year.
One of the major challenges in healthcare is that we end up treating disease rather than preserving health. This hub will take diverse data sets and information, bring those together to allow us to potentially help manage and monitor patients much more effectively.
We're working with some of the best medical minds in the business, some of the best technology minds in the business, and as a collective group of people we can understand how to better manage and support patients with long-term conditions.
The exciting thing for us is that we're already operational and we are doing lots of exciting research. We'll bring in new data sets, we'll open up national access to data, we'll work with partners to build a new exciting model which will enable access to that. We'll work with the public to ensure that they understand what we're doing more with data for research.
We believe that building public trust is one of the most important priorities for the Hub, that through engagement, through involvement, through deliberation, through having a meaningful conversation with the public, we can work with them to co-design, co-develop, co-produce what this Hub looks like, therefore creating trust and confidence in the process and our work.
One of our unique traits, I think, is the fact that we are not condition specific. That by studying different patterns that occur before illness presents itself, what we'll be able to do is be in a position to prevent adverse health outcomes before they occur and to improve the health of North West London and eventually the UK.